Hi everyone, and welcome back to more political chatter. This is pretty much an election prediction, but not really. So this is Donald Trump's path to victory for 2024. So in a Biden versus Trump matchup, as you may have seen, or as you may just have expected, Donald Trump is most likely to win. Being completely honest, I think that Donald Trump is most likely to win the presidency in 2024. If I had to choose someone who would be most likely to be our next president, I would say it's most likely Donald Trump, because he's most likely to win the 2024 Republican nomination, and he is most likely to defeat Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, whoever it may be in the general election. So let's go through his path to victory. So states like California, Washington, and Oregon aren't flipping. Hawaii, Illinois, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New York, Maine's first, is not going anywhere for the Democrats. And then states like Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, North and South Dakota, Nebraska, Alaska, Nebraska, first, Nebraska, third, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Indiana are not going anywhere. And Alaska is not either. And then, he had an appeal in Iowa and Ohio both years, and, these were definitely expected to be toss-up states in 2020, and they were not. I see him having an easy time winning these two states. And really, Democrats had momentum in 2020, but they still couldn't win Texas, and, they don't have that popularity anymore with Biden being unpopular. So I think that they have Texas under their belt. And then going to the state of Florida, I think that it will go to Donald Trump. I don't think he needs to really campaign much in Texas or Florida or Iowa or Ohio, just because this is one of the few states that shifted to the right, and the only state that shifted to the right by more than 1% in 2020. So I think that he will be able to win there pretty easily. Going to states like Virginia, New Mexico, and Colorado, these are out of reach. I really don't see Donald Trump being powerful enough to win these three states. There's just such a large block of Democrats that I don't see it happening. And I see, going to the path to victory part, I'll get there. So Maine at large will probably stay with the Dems, but Maine second, he won't have a hard time winning. I think that this could definitely go to it. In Minnesota, ultimately, I think it will go to the Democratic nominee. I really don't see Trump doing that well here. I think that New Hampshire is most likely to go to Donald Trump more than Minnesota, and I just think that, like Colorado, New Mexico, and Virginia, I just think that there's too many Democrats who will vote blue no matter who. I think it would be enough for them to win the state. But anyway, so going to Arizona, this is definitely a state that he needs to take back, okay? He could campaign here, and sure, he made the remarks about McCain, but really, it only went to Biden by till March, and there still are enough Republicans who will turn out to vote for him, even after the comments he made about John McCain. So I do think that Arizona would stay with Donald Trump. And then going to North Carolina, it's a state that he won in 2020, and Georgia for that matter. He really needs to get the South back. He lost Georgia in 2020, but it only went to Biden by till margin. It was a remarkably close state. No one thought it would go to him. But the Democrats are underwater in 2024, and I think that Georgia will go to Donald Trump pretty easily. I don't think he needs to put much work into the state of Georgia. African Americans will just not be that energized to go out and vote as they were in 2020. And what Donald Trump really needs to do is return that white working class. So this is his path to victory. The blue wall is Donald Trump's path to victory. He could win these three states if he campaigns here. If he puts out ads, he can win these states. And he just needs to get that white working class, just that white class. It went to Biden in 2020, even though it went to Trump in 2016. So in 2024, they're flip-flopping in the blue wall. So he really needs to win that white working class back. Going to Nebraska second, I think that this is a district that he could win. And Nevada, probably too diverse, and he doesn't even need it. It's too diverse of a state for him to win it. And New Hampshire is definitely a state that he could win if he has enough momentum. Possibly not, but if he has that white vote, once again, I definitely think that's possible. But, at this point in time, I'm actually going to give it to Biden, because he really doesn't even need it, and he probably won't put that much work into it, saying that I went to Biden by 7 or 8 or 9 points in 2020. So this is Donald Trump's path to victory. He simply just needs to get that blue wall back, and he's good, and he could get that back. And then he needs to take back Arizona and Georgia. Arizona might be a little harder, but I mean, Georgia's, he's easily got Georgia under his belt. But ultimately, I don't even think he needs both of those states, does he? No, he wins with the blue wall. But anyway, it would still be, it would still be nice for him if he won those. So Donald Trump wins with 307 electoral votes to the Democrats' 231. So this is his path to victory.